Hi, team. Okay, so today I was watching highlights from Lawrence O'Donnell on MSNBC from May 23rd. And it's a fantastic episode, and you should absolutely go to YouTube and watch the highlights from that show. But he spent some time talking about the debt ceiling, some excellent time talking about the debt ceiling. And everyone's favorite bad guy, Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy is the leader of the House, and after 15 rounds of voting by the Republicans, I just like to think about that time. Anyway, something really interesting that came out of the reporting on the 23rd was a reporter called Jake Sherman was, I guess, had access to information from a closed-door meetings that the Republicans had that morning. And in those meetings, or in that meeting, Kevin McCarthy apparently tells the House Republicans, I just need you to hang with me on the debt ceiling. And then Lawrence O'Donnell says something that made me think. Here's what he said. And Kevin McCarthy knows that close to half the Republicans in that room are functionally crazy when it comes to governing, so he has to speak to them very carefully. And then he outlined the next few things that Kevin McCarthy says in his meetings. He said, 1, we are nowhere near a deal yet, to which O'Donnell responds, which is what they always say until it's an hour before the deal. And then the second thing is, McCarthy says, I told the president 3 things. 1, no clean debt limit. 2, no raising taxes. And 3, spend less money. Mr. O'Donnell points out to us that that's very interesting because 1, we already knew that there wasn't going to be a clean debt limit. That's why we're in negotiations. 2, we've known that there was going to be no raising taxes for a year. Everybody's been on the same page about that. And number 3, spend less money. Okay, but that's pretty weak. So O'Donnell points out all 3 of those things. And then mentions that McCarthy tells the Republicans, remember where we were. They refused to negotiate. And then he shows them a propaganda video in the meeting of Democrats, a montage of Democrats saying, no negotiations on the debt limit. He's couching that as a win. Now, as O'Donnell's talking about this, and he's saying things like McCarthy needs to speak to them very carefully, and here are the things he is telling them, which is like what they always say. It's what they always say to the public, not to each other. McCarthy has to speak to the members of the House of Representatives on the GOP side like they are viewers of Fox News. Now, the reason this matters is on the left, we've got some real movers and shakers. We've got some sharp minds. We've got some people who are actually good at the logistics of governing. We've got people who have big ideas. People who are actually trying to do things to move America forward. That's just not something they have on the right now. And what that means for the country is that if we can wade through the struggles of what is going on right now with what feels like the dying gasps of a party, then we can out-govern them. We can outmaneuver them. I want you to see that there is still hope. Now, most of the time on this particular channel, my focus is on comeuppance. And that's still what this video is about. McCarthy is getting exactly what he deserves. He's getting what he's earned. He and the rest of the Republican Party for the last 3-4 decades have been working specifically towards indoctrination and dumbing down America so that they could grasp the power. In this particular instance, it's worked too well. And now all of the people that he has to govern with are those people, those indoctrinated, dumbed down people. So this has come up kind of in a really unexpected and delicious way, in that welcome to the world of you trying to govern with nothing but Fox News and even worse, Newsmax viewers as your partners in crime. How is that going to work out for you? I don't think very well. Ooh.